Guys, Thunder E here and welcome to another black test. Now in this video we'll be comparing the Galaxy S24 Ultra against the Pixel 8 Pro. A lot of you asked for this device, so here's that comparison. And if you're joining us for the first time, smash that subscribe button, notification icon so you can watch more videos like this. Now, the previous black test we did with the Galaxy S24 Ultra was with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I loved all the comments. You guys, there were a ton of comments. Everyone jumped in. I love that. People shared their experiences. They shared things I should do in settings, different things left and right, which was great. It was great to hear everyone chime in. And again, everyone's experience is different when you're using different devices to take photos like, for yourself. But this video is about comparing the Pixel 8 Pro with, of course, S24 Ultra. And that's quite interesting because Google has something called Real Tone, which basically allows for portraits on the Pixel to represent the nuances of different skin tones for all people beautifully and authentically. That is fantastic. I like the fact that they went there, they said, yes, you know what? This is for you. I love it. They're owning it all there. So I want to see how it stacks up against the S24 Ultra, which at least represents my skin tone better, and what that experience is. Now, as we go ahead to start, I've done, of course, some capture of the front-facing camera for both devices, the S24 Ultra, as well as also the Pixel 8 Pro. So you see how it also looks in video and what the camera actually captures out, not just what my A-roll camera I'm using right now, but the camera of this devices actually capture. And then we dissect those images. So this first image is quite interesting. When you look at both of them, they are really good images from both the S24 Ultra and the Pixel 8 Pro. The Pixel 8 Pro seems to have a nice even flow. There's a bit more darkness to the left side of my face, while the Galaxy has more brightness coming towards the right. But I do like both images well. I think the Pixel is just a bit sharper and a bit cleaner, even though my skin tone is right in the middle between both of them here. Now with this image here, I think the Pixel has sharpened a bit too much and darkened. Again, this is another selfie shot here, while the Galaxy is more in line because of there's a lot more sunlight outside. Of course, it's a daylight photo, but I would take the Galaxy here in this shot. Now, this is not a shot here where I think the Pixel kind of wins this more. Again, it's a sharper image, and you can see the separations of the different skin tones much better than you have with the Galaxy. The Galaxy has an overall smoothness where there's darker patches on my forehead are more revealed with the Pixel than with the Galaxy. Seriously, guys, it was cold outside. This shot made me cry, but as you can clearly see, the light is coming from the left-hand side of the screen, and the Galaxy does a better job in actually cutting that down and illuminating my face pretty clearly. The Pixel, you can see more of that light shining through, so of course you can see there's more yellowing of my face, but I think the Galaxy does a better job here. Even though the skin tones kind of feel very similar, I like the way the Galaxy is portraying it here, but man, it was really cold and rough outside. Now, this image here, moving indoors, I'm in a bar, and you can clearly see how much light is coming in on the Galaxy's image, making it very bright and also softer. The Pixel feels more contrasty and balanced, so I do like the Pixel's image here in this photo. And then moving indoors again, this one is quite interesting, simply because I think the overall image from the Pixel looks really nice, but I prefer the skin tone on the Galaxy because I look less gray than on the Pixel. It's a subtle thing here, but I think the Galaxy does a much better job here, just giving a nice overall tone. The Pixel is good, but it just feels a little bit grayish on my skin tone right here. Now, when we move to this image here, this is a friend of mine and also my trainer. He does a fantastic job, by the way. This again in that bar. You can see the shot here. This is not a portrait shot, but from a glance, the Pixel looks pretty solid. The Galaxy has a bit of a haze to it, something people have talked about, but when we're moving closer, there's more sharpness to the Galaxy's image than on the Pixel. The Pixel is softer in this image overall. But again, two solid images. I think generally most people would take the Pixel. Now this one was a rough one. We went to New Jersey Devils game. Man, it was rough. They lost 6-2. It was, man, that was bad. What was also bad is the fact that this image was just pretty rough with a lot of light just bouncing off the ice ring itself. So you can see the Galaxy is showcasing a lot of that light, and it affects the way my face and my skin is actually highlighted. My jacket, my shirt, everything matches well. My face is lit pretty well, while the Pixel tried to compensate and darkened everything. It's a lot of sharpening and darkness around. So basically, I look much darker in the Pixel than the Galaxy, but both images are pretty rough overall for me. Okay, moving back out to that blistering cold. The bokeh of the Pixel looks really nice. Though the Galaxy, you can change and customize it or just set it to where you want, and it would be, of course, as deep as the Pixels. But it was cold. It was really cold. And this was interesting with the sun hitting me and how the light shows, especially on my face, on the Galaxy. You can see it's really well lit. You can see almost like a light spot on the very top of my face, while the Pixel feels more balanced and also adds to that, you know, better looking image. And I like the way the Pixel looks. You can see the degrees of shades on my hand as opposed to the Galaxy where it's just purely lit. My hand is well lit in the Galaxy's image, while the Pixel's image is really balanced there. So the Pixel takes the win here for this image, especially around my face and my hand, just the way everything comes off pretty clean. Now this next image is at 2x, which is the only other option that the Pixel has. But again, this is where we see the Pixel shine. The Galaxy S24 Ultra is really good. I like the Galaxy's image. I like the fact that, you know, it's well lit. You can see that, yes, my skin tones are different shades, but the Pixel highlights those shades really well. So if you're looking closer to my neck, you can see it on the Galaxy, it's just smoother, softer image, while the Pixel has the different shades kind of pop out a little bit more. So you can see, of course, we've had razor bumps, and you can see where it's also lighter right beneath that. So a lot of really good highlighting around my face and my neck. Does a really good job on the Pixel over the Galaxy S24 Ultra. So yeah, in this case, the Pixel 8 Pro does a much better job than the S24 Ultra. When it comes to skin tone recognition, I think there's a nice balance of the lighting coming in, as well as also the representation of my skin tone. Now, the Galaxy S24 Ultra still did a good job in certain images that came up pretty nice, but I think the Pixel is the clear winner here. So let me know what you guys think with this battle vid. If you think I am wrong, or if you think there's some settings I should play around with, let me know. But I think real tone for the Pixel 8 Pro is a solid thing, and I actually want Google to share that with other Android manufacturers. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos like this, and always enjoy your entertainment.